covered everything. Is there anything else you want to talk about, Latman, regarding your time spent with Jim back in the day, or anything else really?
Um, Not much. I guess just so there's like some context for why like I'm here and why I care about this stuff for people who are still shitting on me in the chat. Like Jim, for the longest time when I was young, I genuinely considered him like almost like my best friend, really, because he was massively influential for me. We talked a lot all the time, and he was like the coolest guy I knew. And um, like because it was like I was a young teenager, I was growing up, so obviously if I looked up to him, I tried to emulate him in a lot of ways. So he was the person who I looked up to the most in my life at that time. So like Jim matters to me on a personal level as far as that goes, and that's why like I care about talking about him and what he's been up to. But
well, everyone in the chat right now is shitting on you for claiming that Jim was your best friend, and I think that actually says a bit more about not necessarily you as you are now, but you when you were a kid, and the fact that he was 20-something making best friends with kids. You know what I mean? Like,
well, like I said, there's probably something there with him, like either trying to get to easily impress youngsters and to build up his ego that way because he gets all that positive reinforcement, or maybe it makes him feel like he can stay in a younger state of mind himself if he surrounds himself with younger people. But yeah, there could be something there.
Yeah, that really is exactly.
I just want to point out that everyone in the chat's like laughing at the idea of having friends, which is kind of a bit.
Yeah, sad. I mean, look, Chad, I'm not crying. I'm just saying, like, if I have somebody who is a friend, I'm gonna care about them as a person.
Absolutely, man.
Could you guys be like more 13-year-old and cringy, please? You're not quite 13-year-old and cringy enough. Oh my god, you have friends. Like
people were like trying to convince me that they were grown men when I implied the gym has a lot of young fans.
It's like,
I mean, if Jim really wants to have no friends, that's his choice, I guess. But fuck, like, where's that gonna leave you in the end?
It leaves you 40 on the internet making videos for teenagers.
It leaves you in a position where you've been doing the exact same fucking thing in the exact same quality with no improvement for the past 15 fucking years, and it could be so much better.
Yeah, no, that's fair to say, I think.
Let me just read here. Dale Ritter gave us $5. LOL, you guys care. So cringe. LMFAO. To prove I don't care, I'm going to dislike and spurg out. Guys, what's their docs? I don't care, I promise. Man, I do like that Jim has riled up his gang of youngsters to join our chat.
Oh, this is entertaining. This is
man.
Genuinely entertaining to watch the chat fly by.
I'm sure we'll all get doxxed at some point.
But somebody in the chat said the Jim talks about having IRL friends a lot, and I mean, I don't doubt that for a second. Like I said, he's a charismatic guy. I'm sure he has lots of friends in real life, and we're not generally really talking about him as like his personal real life. We're talking about just his behavior online.
Scrump and I, we were talking in a private Skype group before, and one of the things I said in it is I was like, listen, if we do this and we don't even like reveal Jim's docs or go into anything negative about him, if we just talk about what Jim did in the past, he's going to be mad. And everybody's going to be mad. All of his fans are going to be mad. And it turns out that was the case because apparently Jim is the sacred cow of the internet.
Yeah.
We didn't even say anything really that negative about him beyond constructive criticism. And yet there's a lot of angry people.
I guess we criticized like a couple of like dumb, silly things he's done or said before and some of his patterns. But like, I don't think we've said anything really bad about him as like a person or in general.
I mean, I might have a little bit, but fuck it.
Well, yeah, I think we're all, like I said at the start, we're all coming from different like places in how we feel about Jim. Like, I still like Jim. I just have a personal interest in what he's like now. And I guess you're more a bit like negative towards him.
I still like his videos. I still like his videos, but I don't know. He just seems like a man of wasted potential. And it's a bit sad to look at sometimes. That is about as far as I'll go regarding actually being just straight up negative towards Jim. He is a guy who has way more talent than I do, and I think it shows. Thanks, pal. I think it shows. And
no, I didn't mean it in that sense. Like, I'm not.
No, I know what you mean, man. I know what you meant, man. But he has way more talent than I do, and yet he just actively rejects doing anything serious. And that's his prerogative. I don't want him to do anything serious. I'm just saying, like,
he could be doing better.
He could be doing more.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This has been the.
He's just like he's just kind of a waste of talent, you know. He's a wasted fellow.
And I mean, if he's comfortable, you know, doing what he's doing, then the more power to him. Like, none of us can tell him how he should be living his life.
I'm gonna respond to Diego Tavares here. He says, "Please, Jim, be more serious." I don't want Jim to be more serious. I'm just saying, if he was, he would be better. Simple as that. We could have a better Jim, but he doesn't want to be better. He I don't know. He comes from like that IRC and 4chan era of the internet where anonymity was king, and I come from that era too, so I understand it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And I wouldn't want to see Jim doxed or anything like that. I'm not interested. I'm not interested in pulling up those fake docs that we had earlier and talking about them. But there is kind of a balance where if you're anonymous, you can say whatever you want, but you can't really have internet fame. However, if you are not anonymous, then you can actually grow a following, but you are kind of stuck to that identity, and unless you want to reboot, which is what Jim does all the time. So you have this instance, the situation where Jim wants the best of both worlds, which is why he constantly self-destructs, which is why he constantly says, "I'm just a guy," when he's obviously not. He obviously wants e-fame, but he can't handle having e-fame.
Yeah, because he comes from that anonymity, he's clearly very uncomfortable with the idea of himself having like a big following and a big, popularity and a career doing this shit. But
I just find it really funny that Jim's tweeting about us. It's like, I thought nothing matters, Jim. I thought you didn't care.
It's like, if we're just attention seekers and hangers on, this is giving us what we want. I don't understand this.
Yeah, I don't know.
This is what I mean by him having an extremely fragile ego. He has an extremely fragile ego.
We got $5 here. There's $5 from Dale. Best way to troll the trolls is to put their messiah on display and talk about him. Like Muhammad, you can't be critical, and he deserves only praise.
Like there is over 900 people watching this stream right now. Like I said,
wow, really? Yeah,
man. Yeah, people are giving this attention. Like, if we really were just the cringe hangers-on who are looking to gain some relevance from Jim, why would you talk about us? Why would you do that? I don't understand. If we are what we say if we are what he says we are, surely he's just feeding us now. I think we've been relatively fair in many areas. Some people are saying we've been calling him a pedophile, which isn't true. We just said he seems to have a younger audience.
Yeah, that's not at all. We weren't at all implying, at least I wasn't, that he is trying to like fuck kids or anything.
So is this Metakist like archive a guy that's incredibly mad in the chat?
Yeah, he's. I've been to his channel a few times. I've already timed him out. I've been to his channel a few times, man. He just uploads all of Jim's videos that he can find from all his various accounts. He's like an actual Jim hanger on.
People are saying bring Jim on. I've been replying to his messages.
It's really funny because the same thing happened with JF. Like many people have told me after we did the whole JF videos, why don't you face JF on Worski Live or face him on the Kumite? I asked Failure to set it up. JF didn't do it. JF doesn't want to face me.
I'd like to. I don't mind. I'd like to. I've talked to him before on stream a couple of times. I don't think he'll remember me, but I have talked to him a couple of times on stream. It's not something I'm averse to. I don't think we've been particularly unfair or particularly overly critical. The last part was just kind of our opinion on the subject.
It's because we would be talking about something that JF can't actually defend. It's not like it's a conversation on genetics or race. It's a conversation on his conduct.
I think we'd have an interesting discussion with him, honestly. With Jim, I mean.
With Jim? Oh, yeah. I think we're talking about JF for a minute. With JF,
people are like, oh, you're trying to go Jim Manskin. Yeah, I'm trying to go Jim Manskin. I'd like to talk to him.
Are you trying to go Jim?
I'm not trying to go to him. I just want to talk to him, okay? What's wrong with that? What's wrong with wanting to, like, we would gladly have him here to to talk about. He could obviously shed some more light on that. I find that earlier stuff fascinating, like the mecha stuff. I have a bit of a. It's like the that guy with the glasses stuff, like the whole mecha history and like that whole era of trolling. Because I vaguely remember some of their ops is something that
you mean just like watching like a dumpster fire in slow motion, basically.
I miss the old internet, and Jim's part of the old internet.
Genuinely, I also miss those days. There was something I was talking with Deb about this earlier, but there was that level of anonymity that you had back then, and the kind of communication that you had. There was something that made it more special than the internet is nowadays.
Are we at the end of everything? Because actually, I have to go in a couple minutes. So, like,
Yeah,
what do you?
Just a second, we might be able to get him on.
Do we actually want to? Because man, okay. Here's the thing. One, Jim goes on everybody's fucking stream. Two, it's gonna be like another half an hour if we bring him on, and I can't stay that long.
Is this just a straight up
You
internet?
literally just said, sure, I'll have one of them send it. You know what? Here's like an open invite. Anytime you want to set up a conversation with us, we have an open door. How about that?
Yeah, let's get Jim on for a second stream then at some other point, because I do have to go in about 5 minutes.
Oh my god, you have terrible timing. But yeah,
I have terrible time. How many times do we reschedule this thing because of you, Scrump?
I'm sorry. My internet's a shit.
Oh, dude, everyone's saying, oh, SFO's running. Oh, guys, we will schedule it with Jim if it's that big of a deal. We will do it another time. I have no problem with that. I have no problem.
If he wants to talk to us, he can talk to us. That's perfectly fine with me.
I'm okay with that, man. Seriously, like, do you want, like, when can you do it, Scrump? Let's set it right now. Right now, when can you do it?
Just give me a time. Give me a date. I'll turn up.
Okay. Do you want in, Latman?
If you guys want me to jump on, sure. I've got nothing better going on.
Yeah, sure, man. Okay. When do you want to do it?
The weekends work fine for me.
Weekends? So not like during the week then?
I mean, depends on the day. Sometimes I can free up.
I'm sure this is riveting content for people, but
it's riveting for everyone who's calling us cowards.
Honestly, like open door. Seriously,
yeah, seriously, open door. We're not begging. We're not backing out of this, man. He can come on, just not today because I have to go. I have to go out for about 2 hours, and I'm probably streaming some video games later. So. Yeah, we've been going for a long time now.
Yeah,
we've been going for a long time.
Actually, how long have we been going on?
I have Friday open. If you guys want to do it Friday, or is that not good?
What date is Friday?
Are we doing this? Are we just doing this on air? This is how professional we are, guys.
I don't fucking care.
If people are giving shit over this and saying, "Oh, we're cowards and scared," then we might as well like be transparent about doing it.
Okay, yeah, exactly, absolutely.
Friday works fine for me. I don't. Yeah, okay.
Okay. Scrump, how about you?
Yeah, Friday works fine. I can do Friday. Friday, yeah.
Like same time then, like 3-ish, 3 p.m.
Yeah. God,
okay, well then here, everyone who's complaining in the chat, I understand your frustrations. Unlike Jim, I'm actually going to care about them.
We care deeply. Here at Short Fat Attaku, we care.
We care. Here, guys, come back on Friday at 3 p.m. And if Jim is willing to come on, we'll do it.
Yeah. I'd love to talk to him. Yeah,
there we go. How's that sound?
And the stream dev.
Well, they still sound quite mad about it, but I mean, whatever. That's fine. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. You're not going to change that.
No. They're just spurging out. They're just the 13-year-old brigade. That's okay. All right.
Fine.
I do have to go. I'm going out for about 2 hours, and then I'm probably going to be streaming some video games tonight on NTG. We're going to play some Rhythm Heaven Fever on the Wii. And also, I've been saying this for like 2 weeks, but it's actually the truth. I'm nearly done How Cucked is Canada Part 3. It should be coming up sometime tomorrow. So you guys can check that out. All right?
Okay.
All right.
We'll see you guys on Friday for a Dumping with Scrump Live Gym edition, I guess, if he shows up.
If he shows up.
Maybe he won't care enough to show up.
I don't fucking know. I'm just amused by people who is like by the fact we're ending quite a long stream and calling us cowards. But anyway.
Well, it's okay. It's okay. I'll see you guys later, okay?
See you guys later.
I love you guys. Good night.